Yes, so beautiful people, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing beautifully well. Yes, so my correct people, the gist reaching us as we speak is that they say that there's an old elderly woman who has been pretending all this while, like Queen Ami thought that this woman is a woman who loves the things of God. She thought this woman is one woman who loves her so much, who does not joke with her and who wants the best for her. But just for her to realize that this woman belonged to a secret, like a big secret cult that, all what she do is to say that Queen Naomi's work and Queen Naomi's things never work out well. My correct people. One that they say shall never end. Oh. So they said on this fateful day, Queen Naomi was, in her mansion in Akure, preparing to go to church. And all of a sudden, a news came. And when she got this news, she was like, what is happening? What is going on? Until they made her to understand that, something strange is happening in the church. She was like, something strange, like what? They now mentioned this woman's name, that this woman is in the church, that the workers, came early this morning and they discovered that they saw a funny person, doing funny things in the church. And of course, when they went closely, they now discovered that it is this particular elderly woman who happens to be Queen Naomi's, like Queen Naomi look up to her as a mother and as a grandmother because obviously this woman is old enough to even give birth to her mother. So, and this woman happens, she doesn't live in Akure, but she lives in ile. And, this woman has visited the church once, I think once or twice, and most of the church members, know her very well, okay? Because when she came, the day she came to visit Queen Naomi in her church, Queen Naomi introduced her as her mother, as her grandmother, and as her everything, So the members of the church became so familiar with her right from that very moment. And whenever they see her, they accord her that respect and they greet her, with all humility and respect. Now, when these things happen, they were like, this can't be happening. This can't be true. What is this woman doing in the church premises? And my people, one that shall never end. Oh, the security, because they said in Queen Ami's church, they have a security post. Okay, they have a security post in the church who make sure that he oversees who comes in and who goes out of the church, especially when it's not church, when it's not Sundays, when it's weekly, when it's just normal days, okay? Because if securities are not there, anybody can just go in and do whatever I want and leave. So these days now, people ensure that there are securities in the church just in case anybody want to come around, during the week. So now they said the security was there at his post, not knowing what was happening at the entrance, like behind the church entrance, because obviously it was in the morning and the security was there at his duty post. He has not gone to behind the church to see what was happening. It was the church members who came earlier, to tidying up the church, to put things in order before people start coming in that observe this very thing. Now, what happened? So that was why they immediately alerted Queen Naomi, and Queen Naomi quickly rushed down to the church. And of course, when she got there, what she saw shocked her. Like, she was so surprised. She never ever believed what she saw and what she heard this woman was saying. Like, Queen Naomi was like, I don't understand. You that I took as my grandmother, you that I took like a mother, my mother took you like her mother. And I see you like a mother, like everything. Like, how could you? Like, what is going on? How come all this while? Queen Naomi was like, how come all this while she never knew? She never saw all this coming. What is happening? See, what Queen Naomi just realized there was that a whole lot happen in this life. Yes, you see, this life we are is really indeed a battlefield. When people say the life is a battlefield, it is true, because when you see the way things happen, sometimes you begin to ask questions, you begin to, think to like what is going on, to know, to just say what is really happening. Because with what is happening right now, Queen Naomi is, they said Queen Naomi could not believe it, the things that were coming out from this woman's mouth. And of course, if not that Queen Naomi know this woman very well and she recognized her voice, and this woman look different. She doesn't look like that one woman that Queen Naomi knows. She does not look like that one person that Queen Naomi knows very well. She has transformed. She has changed totally. And with this change and transformation, got Queen Naomi even more shocked and even more surprised, because how can this woman be like this? But but then again, she realized that this is not a physical person she is seeing. She is seeing the other spiritual side of this woman, who nobody know where, how she managed to get to that church as at that time. And when this woman was interrogated, they said, this woman said that it was in the midnight that she came to actually do one or two things in the church. But of course, the powers that are there in the church overpower her, and they pull her down, and she could not move herself again. My people, what kind of a world are we living in? What a world are we living in now? Queen Naomi was just, Minami was just smiling at the same time, like asking, how can this thing be? But what Queen Naomi did was to pray and sanctify the environment, and also pray for the woman. And they said this woman has, uh, um, has been kept in a place, and she has been praying. They have been praying for her, Queen Naomi, and other men and women of God in her church, the other prophet and prophetess. They said they have been praying for her, and of course they want her to get herself back fully, so they can ask her one or two questions, because right now she's still on the spiritual transformation, and she's still on this kind of, look. So now, with the things they said this woman said, marvel Queen Naomi, that how can this woman condescend so low to allow herself to be used? Okay, because what this woman said was that all along that she has this power, but she never ever decide to use it against Queen Naomi. Instead, that she has been using it to help people, like, even instead of using it against her, she used it to, even help Queen Naomi. That is all what she has been doing. But this time around, she never knew what happened. That some people came to her, and they manipulated her, and of course, this is how she now saw herself, that she never believed that she of all people would do this kind of a thing, that this is what she has been avoiding, this is what she told herself she would never do when it comes to Queen Naomi. It's not as if she's just getting the powers, that all along she has those powers, but she never ever want to use it against Queen Naomi, because she loved Queen Naomi and her family so much. But something happened. Some people actually came to her, and they forced her into doing this. After doing one or two things to her, she didn't get herself again, and they decide to use her own power against her. And that is how she has seen herself, because they have determined to just disgrace her. They determined to make her feel lose the love and the respect that Queen Naomi has for her, because they have been saying that, what is it? Are you the only one in this palace? Are you the only old woman in this palace? How come Queen Naomi love you this much? How come everything Queen Naomi, you don't want to do anything to Queen Naomi that will make Queen Naomi, like, why won't you just show yourself to Queen Naomi? Say there's no need, because she is using what the power she has to protect Queen Naomi. A long story, my people. But the question now is, who are these people that came to this woman to use this woman against Queen Naomi? See, they say, despite the fact that Queen Naomi is not in the palace, she made Queen Naomi to understand one thing, is that You see the fact that Queen Naomi's name, people still love Queen Naomi, people still talk good of Queen Naomi, that this thing alone is making these people uncomfortable. They don't want anything, like they don't want people to say good about Queen Naomi. They don't want people to talk like say, hey, Queen Naomi is it? They don't want to hear it. But the question Queen Naomi is still asking, who are these people? But this woman is saying that where the position she is right now, she cannot mention these people because she's like under a serious supervision. She's like they succeeded in rendering her powerless, that even her own power that she thought she has could not even help her. That is only Queen Naomi that can help her. That Queen Naomi should not let her go back to Ile-Ife. Even if she will go, she should please help her until she finish, until she is able to get herself back. If possible, she will not want to go back because the people will still come for her. My correct people, the question that people are still asking, who are these people? And they said Queen Naomi decide to keep her, to monitor her, and to watch what will happen. But this time around, they said, this woman has said that these people, since the powers in that church are strong, powerful, more stronger than her, and even those that sent her, that they cannot gain access to her. They stood far up, but as much as they want to come close, they cannot come close, because anything that will make them to come close to where she is right now in that church, they too will be exposed. So because of that, they all stay clear, and that is the privilege she has. That is the opportunity. That is just the privilege she has right now to overcome those people. And they said this woman must be begging for Queen Naomi's help. My people, what do you think about this very gist? My people, in fact, it's always good to be covered. It's always good to be in a safe place. Some people will say they don't believe in all those things. They don't believe witches exist. They don't believe evil powers exist. My people, believe, because this life is not the way we see it. That is why it's always good for us to cover ourselves with the blood of Jesus, or to pray and make sure you are always protected wherever you are. Thank you so much, my correct people. This is what I came across on the street of social media, and I said I must come and relate with you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on this very gist. God bless you. Till I come your way again. Bye for now.